Prom night dumpster baby. This dude jammed. Call it. Who can call the song? Put it in the comments. It's not Motley Crue.
It's not.
Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi.
Getting dirty at the club again. You around your waist like a chain of thin. Got the
I think if I stop it and then start it again,
Yeah.
I don't get I think it has to be like within a certain time period. I probably went too long. Because notice that when they do the, when these guys do these videos where they're,
Are we recording?
yeah, we are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, I just didn't bring us back up
Okay.
on the thing. So we're just doing like, it's like an audio podcast right now.
Okay.
You know, we're slipping into a new thing here.
Yeah.
It's late. We're dumb.
Ever
But
expanded.
when you watch those guys that do those, here, we'll just come in. Hi, people. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Well, hello.
Good morning.
Top of the morning, to ya. So, anybody guess the song? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Nobody? But when you watch those people that do the reaction videos, it's like they have to stop it every so long. And I
Yeah.
think when they stop it and then they offer their commentary, then they're allowed to start it up again. Because that Shaq said something about that when he was doing the Adam Calhoun. At the end, remember? Because he goes, oh, the song's at the end. I'm not even going to play anymore, but I don't know what its copyright is.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's the key. I've heard that like you play under 30 seconds, then stop. That they, you know. So like if we go like this, I mean, I played 1 minute and 13 seconds. Hey, anybody out there, any of you, peanut heads, onion heads, if you guys can name the song, oh God, we got frames skipping and everything else. What the fuck is going on here? That ain't good. Well, that's only 20 out of 137,880. So that's not too bad. It's still 0%. Hopefully we're not lagging. Come on, let us know who this is. This, I'm not going to put the video up. No visuals.
So I jumped in my car. I love you, baby. Say, not like I love this guitar.
I don't think anybody ever realized what a good guitar
Like I love this guitar. Couldn't do it all by yourself.
We'll stop it again. Anyway, we're just going to stop it anyhow. All right, if you can come up with you know, who that is, drop it in the comments, and I'll send you a peppermint patty, courtesy of Jen Psaki. Singing telegram, Jen Psaki. Dude, wouldn't that be a nightmare to open the door to that? She's reiterating and milking the invisible cow, and then she could have that whatever her name is. Kate Bergendorf.
I don't think I ever realized what her real name was.
It's not. I keep wanting to say Kate Beckinsale, but of course
I wish it was Kate Beckinsale.
Right?
Man, that'd be
I mean,
awesome.
that'd be cool.
I would deal with Jen
I mean,
Psaki
we got
for-
like weirder, goofier peppermint patty is what we got now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another 2 years of that. Oh, God, I don't know. I don't see how this goes on. However, we're not going to get going on that. As you saw in the title. What did I title it?
I have no idea.
Something about being, oh God, we've got skipped frames due to encoding lag. I wonder what's going on here. I don't like this.
Oh, we're not 0% anymore.
Not on the skip frames. I wonder if it's because we moved something. I do not know. I do not like green eggs and ham, though. I can tell you that much.
No.
I can tell you that much for sure, mister.
We had some pretty good ham for dinner tonight.
The ham was good. The ham was delicious.
Yeah.
Ham sandwich. Wonder why it's doing that. Let's okay, we're skipping. Let us know what we're doing out there. I'm gonna reset this setting and see, because we haven't had an issue with this in a long time. But as I was talking earlier, sometimes we have micro failures. You know? It's like when you nick yourself when you're shaving.
It's a micro failure.
It's a micro failure, you know? But guess what? You're gonna keep nicking yourself.
Micro failures with Mike.
Micro failures with Mike. Yeah, maybe that's what I should call the show. Welcome to the micro failure. The micro failure. Oh, Jesus. That would have summed it up pretty well. Anyway, we're just wondering if anybody's going to figure this one out. Somebody out there knows. Come on. Hey, look, see, we're back to zero now. We're back to zero. We're good. We're good in the hood. Okay, so what we were talking about earlier and what we've kind of been discussing all day a little bit, and for a couple of days, is the idea that we're the aliens.
Yeah.
Now, I've brought this subject up before, and it's not even an opinion. It's an observation. Okay, let's call it an observation. It's not a hypothesis. It's not a scientific paper. And it's nothing that I'm telling anybody to do. It's just an observation. But what species on this earth is completely different than any other species?
Humans.
Right? Like we were talking earlier, a cold night. I don't know what the temperature is outside right now.
32.
Okay. If we were to be thrown out of this house right now with butt ass naked, we're not going to live.
No.
We're not going to make it through the night with nothing. I mean, if we got we're up there in the sagebrush. We got nothing. We can't start a fire. It's dark out. It's cold. And you're naked and afraid, just like the Discovery Channel.
Just like the Discovery Channel.
Only it gets a lot more real. And I've had experiences where I've been out there in the middle of the night, 17 below, frozen from the waist down, vehicle, four-wheeler that I'm on, out of gas, on the side of the road trying to find a tree well to hop in because I think I'm going to die. And it's not a fun thing. And then you look around and you see a fucking cow standing there. And the cow's looking at you going,
Mm-hmm.
The cow's just like,
You do a good impression of a cow.
thank you. I try. And you're looking at the cow and you're about ready to, you know that you're going hypothermic.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're borderline hypothermic. And the cow's over there just looking at you.
It's chewing its cud.
Yeah. In the snow, cold as shit. You're frozen. Going, fuck, I fucking did it. I done killed myself. I mean, we are the only species that's uncomfortable on this planet. Why is that? What's it all about?
I don't know.
Come on, I need more than that.
I know you do.
Throw it out there. Theories, thoughts. There's nothing out of bounds.
Okay, so
How come we can talk? How come we can sit here? We can have this technology. We're sitting here doing this, and then yet outside that door, there's coyotes, there's deer, there's rabbits, there's birds, and they're all out there in the 32 degrees, and they're just flitting around and doing their thing. It's hunkered down in a tree, sleeping in a fucking sand trap,
yeah,
and just fine. At least they don't show any sign of distress.
misery.
And when an animal's in distress, because they can make some noises like you never, like if you ever heard a rabbit, when a rabbit's like dying,
Yeah, like honks
They
at you.
scream.
Yeah.
They scream. It's crazy. You never think that. I mean, you never hear them make a noise. So when my cat's eating the brain out of one of them, they scream, and it's really quite. It's unsettling. You know. So I mean, when they're in like absolute distress and peril, basically, the only reason an animal is going to be in distress is because of violence being inflicted upon it by either humans or a predator. Whereas we can be in distress just from being the fuck out there, right?
Right.
Okay, so
that means the Earth is our predator,
quite possibly,
or at least one of our predators.
maybe we're our own predator.
Possibly.
I mean, who's responsible for more death in history than us? Humans have killed more shit than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, bears are bad motherfuckers. They have not killed. I mean, they've not killed millions and millions of people. Joseph Stalin killed 26 million. Hitler killed 6 million. How many do you think bears are responsible for?
Some thousands.
A couple picnic baskets.
Picnic basket. Hey, boo boo.
I mean, we are destructive. I mean, look what's going on right now. I mean, they found 300 bodies. Is what the news said in Ukraine today.
Ukraine.
The numbers just keep rising, and why? I mean, I think we're probably the only species that like will just kill each other in high numbers.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point, to get basically whatever it is, oil, money. Why? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We don't make any sense. We are actually a fucking anomaly. We're a weird species.
Okay, the species, not the two of us.
Well, yeah. The rest of the species are weirdos. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
So, all you weirdos just keep listening because we're going to hash this thing out. You know, but like a guy like that dude, I think he had it figured out.
He'd probably achieved like a higher plane of enlightenment than a lot of other people.
I think he did, and he liked pancakes.
Basketball.
And basketball. And apparently had a vault underneath his house that had thousands and thousands and thousands of unreleased like records. And his family kind of got into a dispute over who owned them. I mean, stuff that he just didn't release. He didn't want to. They said that he had a band pretty much on site at his excuse me, at like his place, like all the time. Like when he had the inspiration to play, he was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, I think I watched like an interview with one of his backup singers or something.
Right. Yeah, there was a pretty good documentary about. I mean, and I never really. I mean, you know, I was a child of the '80s. You know, I just never really. I guess it didn't. You know, when you're listening to somebody just play studio music and it's all like that cookie cutter shit. You know, I mean, I'm trying to think of a band like that you hear their music like be it on the radio or whatever, and then you see them live and you go, "Whoa, holy fuck!" Like all you've heard is like, you know, the 3-minute cookie cutter shit they play on the radio, and then you show up at you go to a show and you hear them, and you're just like, you know.
There we go.
And we're back. We have cameras too.
You know who I put on a really good show was that a country music guy. The country music guy.
Sturgill Simpson.
No.
He puts on a good show.
Does he?
Yeah, Sturgill Simpson fucking rocks. What are you talking about?
I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't really listen to much country music, so.
I don't.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
I heard he put on a heck of a show.
What about Chris Gaines?
That was Garth Brooks.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
What was going on with that dude?
I don't
Was
know.
he having a breakdown?
Maybe,
Chris Gaines. I mean, that was the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah. Was it like based on a movie, or was there a movie?
It's
based
something
on
like
that?
that. It was like an alter ego. And it was weird because he had just come out with like this video that was on VHS. I remember in high school, like everybody always wanted to watch it at the parties. And I said, oh God. And Chris Ledoux came out and sang some songs with him before Chris Ledoux passed away. And then all of a sudden he's like this emo. You know?
Yeah. Before emo was a thing.
He's got like this Depeche Mode look. And I don't know. Did he sing any songs?
There's a whole album released.
I never listened to it. I don't know.
I didn't listen to it either, but I remember.
I mean, I never owned a Garth Brooks tape, CD, record.
Me neither.
Sorry. I mean, that I got Friends in Low Places shit and Thunder Rolls and, you know, I don't know. It's just not my thing. He sold out like 3 nights at the Metro, though, a couple years back.
Yeah, I heard that he puts on one of the best shows ever.
That's what they say, if that's your thing. I mean, it's not my thing. I can tell you that much. I'm trying to think about any decent country shows that I've not really been to. I mean, I've seen Faith Hill, Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, they got a Chris Gaines Greatest Hits album.
Greatest Hits.
Yeah, he had a soul patch.
Oh, you know, that's because I think that was what he was trying to do. He was trying to become this music icon that had this illustrious career. I think that was the deal. And so I think he called it Greatest Hits. Well, obviously they weren't Greatest Hits because he just turned into that guy. I think he had a wiring problem there for a little while or something. Or maybe the real Garth Brooks is the one with the wire. I don't know.
It says here that Garth Brooks in The Life of Chris Gaines, also titled Greatest Hits, is an album by American country music artist Garth Brooks, in which Brooks assumes the fictitious persona of Australian rock artist Chris Gaines.
Oh, he was Australian.
Yeah, he really went into some detail.
I mean, he was weird looking. It was a weird deal. I don't know what was going on there. I still don't know what was going on. Was it a statement?
I don't know.
Look at this. He's got all. It don't matter. Chris Gaines. It don't matter to the sun. So he's still speaking grammatically
like,
fucked up, huh?
Did you see what he looks like though?
Yeah, he looked like
Dark and edgy.
He kind of looks like a weird Muppet. Chris Gaines, Garth Brooks songs. Chris Gaines. Oh, they did a behind the music too. You remember that?
I remember behind the music, but
they did a behind the music. So they did a whole look at that.
In 1999, Garth Brooks was the top-selling solo artist of all time. He was a juggernaut, especially in America's heartland. He didn't write his own songs, but like a good preacher, he could really work a crowd. Then in 1999, at the peak of his popularity, Garth had a crazy idea, and
no country singer really writes their own songs. I mean, all of them out there on the country charts, none of them write their own music. Brantley Gilbert writes more music than most of them. I think Stapleton might write his own. Tyler Childers does. There's a few. Sturgill does. But like the Nashville, like the 100.3, what's their little call? I mean, who listens to terrestrial radio anymore either? Do you know anybody that still listens to the fucking radio?
No. How
does the radio even? They're going to be like, I mean, newspapers. The only reason that Cody Enterprise is still around is because once a week it has the court records.
Yeah.
So all the old bags can look up who got in trouble,
The
and then
almanac.
then they can call each other and talk about who got in trouble. But now they got the website for that. So I mean, eventually the old bags are going to be gone, and they're going to, you're just going to have new old bags that are internet savvy, and then they can look up and see who got in trouble. And then they can call each other and send texts and go have coffee at McDonald's and talk about the people and how, oh God, he was such a good kid when he was in my Sunday school class back in the day. Now he's in jail for meth and, he apparently was boofing it. I mean, it's crazy. What a goofy town.
This is a good
That's like the highlight of so many people's lives in this town is to get on that fucking PCSO.crime graphics or whatever the fuck it is and see who got in trouble. And then take screenshots of if you see somebody that you know, then you screenshot their picture and it's the worst possible picture they've ever taken in their life because they're in fucking jail. They're being held captive against their will. People don't put out really, like fucking supermodel fucking, headshots.
They're not at the top of their game.
You have been. Yours was great. Probably the best I've ever seen.
The one where I'm laughing?
Yeah. I mean, my federal one's pretty good. And I had never seen any others, but the federal one was good. I was just looking at them like, they're like, you can smile. You can fucking fuck off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you see people, chances are you got tossed around a little bit. You might have caught some mace. You might have got tased. You've been handcuffed, thrown in the back of a car.
You might have shit your pants.
You may have shit your pants. It happens. I mean, it's a lot of people get, it's not a fun ordeal. And then they put a picture of you out there in the lowest point of your life. They put that picture out there. And then in the morning, all the old bags in town get up and look at it. And then I get text messages if it's somebody I know. And if the old bag that sees it, if there's a commonality there, and she goes, "Oh, Mike knows this guy. He's gonna want to know." And then I get up and I'm brush my teeth and I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
Even if it's somebody I don't like, I'm never like, ha ha.
Yeah, I've never done that. Like,
I hate that
guy
shit.
Deserves to be in jail.
Yeah, I hate that shit. You don't. I mean, I don't wish.
Sex offenders deserve to be in jail.
Well, yeah, they deserve worse than that.
Sure.
And now, yeah.
I guess but then I would be like, well, then they deserve it.
There's a guy in there right now that I went to high school with he's
on a sex beef.
Yeah, and it's not good.
Oh.
And I was really surprised by that one. But yet I haven't said a word to anybody. I didn't send it out to anybody. I mean,
But did you quietly think, well, then he deserves it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think, quite honestly, I think that those individuals deserve something altogether different.
Well, sure.
I do.
That's
I mean, if it's a definitive, they go get a guy's hard drive. They pull it up. If A, then B, then C, and then it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. I'd say, guess what, dude? You're gone. I would say for anybody that's peddling, anybody peddling CP. I mean, even looking at it, so you're out there actively seeking it. Like we've said, every image on there is a child's ruined life. I say, quite honestly, you got people in there doing 20, 30 years on a plant, and these motherfuckers go in and do 24 months. Mm-hmm. They should just go away and not come back because the recidivism rate is higher than any other criminal, and bank robbers I think are right there behind it. And I've never figured that one. I guess it's just the rush, but I would argue for. You might call it extreme, but you know what? A dude that's out there looking at CP and quite possibly distributing it to other dudes that are doing the same thing, they got no use because they're just going to keep doing it.
Yep.
They're going to get out. They're going to do the same thing. And if they haven't been caught in the physical act of doing it, it's either because they've got away with it or they're just too chicken shit to have tried it yet.
Sure.
And just making them go around and knock on doors and say, I live right here and I'm registered, derp to derp.
Sure.
What
about when in the situation where like I'm 15 and then my girlfriend's 15 and she sends me a picture and
yeah, that's a tough area.
It is a tough area, huh?
It is, and I ran into cats when I was in younger guys that would come in like at 19,
Yeah.
and like, you know, I mean, it would be a situation where obviously they've gone through the courts and everything. I mean, there was one dude come in and I mean, he was straight up. He showed the paperwork and was like, "Look, I was 18. She was 17. Her dad hated me. He was the district attorney, and they threw the book at me, and I got statutory. You know, and it was like, you know, he got the federal because of something with crossing the state lines with her or some shit like that. I mean, that's a gray area. And I told him, I said, look, dude, I said, you know what? Ain't nothing going to happen to you. I said, but you got nothing coming. I was like, because that's what your paperwork reads. And that's the way this thing works. And we just can't start making exceptions for, you know, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, if that's what your shit reads, then that's what it is. I'm like, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you should have been smarter. You know, and I mean, I remember being 19 and coming back here. And I mean, you know, when you, like, say, okay, your freshman year of college, right? You come back for Thanksgiving. So you're still going to, when you come back here for Thanksgiving, you're still going to go to like a party with the same people that you, like literally you just left here.
Yeah, you're going to go to a high school party.
Yeah, so you're in college for a matter of a couple of months, and you come back, and I know this happened to me a number of times. Come back, and you know, a girl that's still in high school come up, and I just was like, no, you know,
right,
like like no,
right.
I mean, you know, and it's easy to make a bad decision like that at that age, but you got to, I mean, so you know, I mean. I would say if you're the parent of a young man, it's your responsibility to educate them about what could possibly happen. That's what I told my kid about the crap chat and stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I showed you that clip with that comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, dude didn't know that, you know,
that stuff doesn't go
that
away.
even though he thinks that, you know, all it takes is the other individuals. I mean, anything that you put out there electronically, they can say it goes away. It doesn't go away. Once it's got an electronic signature on it, it is out there, and it can be dug up, and it can be found, and it can be put out there. So keep that in mind, people. I mean, when you think that it's, you know, and dudes, don't send dick pics.
Nobody wants to see.
Don't do it. Just stop. Just quit. You know, nobody wants to see the one-eyed clown. You know, don't do it. These professional athletes that get in trouble for doing that shit. I mean, like you look at a guy like Brett Favre, right? I mean, legendary. And then, but then you still see him on TV. I mean, how can you? I don't know how I'd be able to really. I don't know. I wouldn't really want to be broadcasting on, you know, I mean, he's old, retired, he's broadcasting football games, but everybody knows that, hey, that dude was fucking firing off pictures of the fucking dolphin, you know? I mean, he was like, I mean, how do you get up there and put on the headset and, you know, expect everybody to take you seriously and take yourself seriously when everybody knows that, you know, you were sitting there fucking firing off knuckle children to some intern in, you know, in the organization, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I mean, especially if you're famous and you got some money and you do that, I mean, come on, you got to know that there's some sack chasers out there. You know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're going to turn that over. What other animal does that? You see deer out there sending dick pics?
No.
No, I haven't seen one yet.
No.
I've seen a deer be a dick.
Yeah. Plenty of that.
They're just really just assholes.
I went on
Those
a
goddamn deer.
Huge, long road trip one time, and I made it the whole road trip, and I'm like 20 miles from home, and a deer runs into the side of my car.
Well, at least it hit the side of the car.
Yeah, I got out. It fell over. I got out and tried to kick it, and it jumped up. I was so mad.
I've only ever hit one.
It was like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, God.
I was so mad.
Yeah, I hit one time. That's it. I put deer whistles on my truck, too.
Yeah.
They actually work. I hit one up back like years back. I was going over to Powell in the morning. We were painting the high school, and Sticky Ricky called, and I answered the phone, and the thing came up out of the grass. And I just saw it like a flat. And I mean, there was no way. I didn't even hit the brakes. Fur, shit, and blood. And I'm like, fuck. And I hung up the phone. I pull over. I think I've got a carcass I've got to drag off the road. And I look, and there's just it's like a oil slick, only it's blood and hair. And I mean, there's not even bone left. This thing is just, and I'm like, shit, I guarantee my radiator shot. I walk around the front of my truck, and I had these 2 tow hooks. The front license plate was just bent a little bit. There was no sign other than the blood and shit and fur all over everything. And I'm looking like, what am I supposed to do? Get out a squeegee? I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I just got back in the truck and went on my way. That's the only time I've ever hit one. But I know people that have hit like deer after deer after deer.
I remember hitting, I remember one time I was
My mom hit one in town.
I hit one. I was driving about 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a nudge.
Yeah.
You nudged a deer.
Yeah. I was
You were just giving it a little, persuasion, like, let's keep it moving here.
I was in my younger years, and I was driving around smoking some weed with some friends.
So it may not have even been a deer.
It might not have been a deer, but I went to hand
It could have been a dog. It could have
hand
been
the joint to the guy in the back seat. And when
yeah. Yep, deer.
deer popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, you'll have that.
But I didn't even have my foot on the gas. It was just.
I remember I hit a kid once.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was down behind the museum, where the
By the Catholic Church?
Yeah, and there were these 2 New Jersey girls that were here for the summer, right? And that big, like, white mansion in the back of that place, you know what I'm talking about? It's like behind gates and shit. It's a big ass house back there. Their dad was like the caretaker, and these 2 girls, these sisters, were staying back there. These girls were wild. I was like 16 that met these girls down. I mean, we were hanging out tough. They were wild. I mean, yeah. So I'm going back there to see them. And I'm following the speed limit. I'm going super slow. And there's that one house there, right when you, like, you're going, you turn, like, at that's, the south end of the museum, whatever street that is. And then you kind of go through that one intersection. There's big trees and a driveway. And I'm literally not even doing 15 miles an hour. And this kid comes flying out from behind those trees. And he hits with his bike my front tire from the side, and he flies across the hood. And I'm just like,
Freaking.
I'm 16. I'm like, fuck. I stop the truck. I get out. I want to see if I'm going around to see if he's okay. I mean, he takes off sprinting for the house. And I'm like, fuck, I got to go talk to the parents.
Yeah.
And so I pick the kid's bike up and I start walking it towards the driveway, and the dad comes out and catches the kid and just he saw the whole thing.
Starts whooping
He
his
was
ass.
so pissed at that kid. And I'm like, sir, and I'm like, I'm wheeling the bike up to him. And he's like, no. He goes, I saw the whole thing. You're fine. You didn't do anything, And he's turning around yelling at the kid, and the kid's inside, and I'm like, oh God, that kid's going to get his ass whooped. And I felt bad, but I mean, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit the side of my truck. I mean, it was like the deer that hit the side. I mean,
Yeah, I was so mad.
I
It was
mean,
my
like,
first brand new car I ever owned.
God. Well, it's like the black truck out there. Before I bought it, he did all that work on the bed of it. Bondo. And he was driving to Orland, and one came out of the ditch and hit the side and just busted it all up.
Oh, really?
That's why that one side's all screwed up. I need to just take that bed off and put a flat bed on that thing. That's what I want to do.
Flatbed and a welder.
Yeah. If I could only weld.
Oh.
Birthday cake. No one wants to pay for that.
Well, you can offer discount welding.
I could tack something together for you. Discount welding. Shit, I can't weld and chew gum. You're the one that needs a welding truck.
Yeah.
You run around wearing one of them little hats.
little American flag or
the
golden eagle hats or whatever they got
the
on
little
them.
hat with a little bill. It looks like a even more gay hat than a bicyclist wears. You know, where with the bills flipped. Don't say gay.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying it's a happy hat. Gay means happy. Just so everybody knows.
I never wore one of those when I was a welder.
I wouldn't have either. I mean, I'm not when I weld, I usually, I put like a bandana on.
I think I wore a beanie.
I do that too sometimes. Or I'll just wear my hat like this. Just put my hat on backwards and put my helmet on over it.
I had mine had a
Or I'll wear a Richard Nixon
respirator
mask.
that came out the back, so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so I couldn't
Because
wear
those
a hat.
fumes will get you fucked up, man. Dude, when I first started welding, I didn't know. I was dumb. I'm down in there in my enclosed shop, stick welding.
Oh yeah, just
And first time,
snorting it.
I mean, I'm just, I'm sticking the rod, I'm sticking the electrode to the fucking metal and breaking it off, and it's fucking smoking right up in my face. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, it feels so good. So I kind of stagger around, and I'm like, Jesus, what the hell? I never even thought about it. I didn't know what I was doing. People don't do what I do.
You should have watched the YouTube video.
I did.
They didn't tell you about the smoke.
No. There was none.
Should've
It was
made
just
it.
all about striking. I was just trying to figure out how to strike an arc.
Should have made a YouTube video.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. Watching me stagger around. I did that a number of times. And then, so then finally, I came up with a way to like wear my respirator. But I had to adjust my helmet all weird. So I didn't have the thing that, but they say that, what is it? They make like a little deal that just, it's like they say you can set your shop vac up. Like right next to where you're welding, and it'll pull the fumes.
Probably.
Does a MIG make those same fumes?
Depends on whether or not you have like flux core or
That's what most of it is, isn't it?
no. I like flux core.
Yeah, I thought I don't know. That's all I'd really want to use. I think
Yeah.
makes a better bead, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Better adhesion, like a better.
Yeah. And then
bond.
you gotta scrape the flux off.
Right.
Hammer the flux off.
Just
which
use
is
your
kind of fun.
Yeah, I got one of those little
Hammers.
hammers. Yeah,
They're fun.
yeah, they are. I like welding.
I do too.
It's cool. I mean, I'm not any good at it though.
I'm not great at it, but I mean, I did it.
But
well- well
you
enough to
did
be
it.
able
You
to-
had a job doing it.
Yeah, I did it well enough to get a job.
I mean, I couldn't have. I mean, dude, that's shit. I'd go out there and they'd run me off.
Mostly, I got my job because I'm good at math. They wanted to make sure I could read a tape measure. They were really,
That's pretty tough. There's a lot of people that can't though.
and that I could work with really small numbers.
Yeah,
You know, like 0.01, 2, 3, 4.
that was your tolerances for things.
Yeah, my tolerance was like, I don't even remember what it was.
So
now,
was that like?
But it was. I had a 32nd of an inch tolerance.
That's pretty small.
But my boss, my immediate boss, wouldn't be happy unless it was a 64th of an inch or less. That I was off.
Could you grind it to where you needed it to be?
I could grind it out and do it over.
Oh, so you're laying a bead and you got to be within a 64th of an inch
Yeah.
with a wire feed.
Yeah, with the wire feed, it wasn't that hard.
We got to go out in the garage and use that one. Then I want to try that thing out.
Yeah, it'll really change your whole game.
I mean, because that stick welder. I mean, there was times I was blowing through 1/4 inch steel with that thing, blowing through it.
Oh yeah.
I'd have it turned up too high, strike the arc, and then poof, and I'm like, fuck. You know? And,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got it fairly, now I've got it to where I can,
You got it dialed in.
not dialed in at all, but it's,
You got it-
it's better.
you got it in the
It's-
realm.
It's what it is. It's a work in progress. It gets better. You know, that's all you can do. I've never taken any welding classes. I've never, I never knew a thing about it. Just bought the thing and then I was scared of it for a long time. It was like this podcast shit.
Yeah.
I had it set up in that other room over there, and I'd walk by the room and I'd look in it and I'd see all this shit and I'd go, you know?
Yeah.
I was terrified of it. I mean, I had it set up for months without even, I didn't even want to get in here and talk on the thing. And then when I did, it was cool. And that's what most people's reaction has been with this thing, except for you. You just jumped right in. But most people that come in there like, oh, no. Foss was the same way. He just jumped on. I was like, hey, you want to get on there? He's like, yeah, damn right. I'm Foss. I'll talk. What's up, Foss? Get your ass up and moving. Let's go ride some dirt bikes, dude. Come on now. I'm calling you out. Let's go.
I think I'm going to go back and watch your first episode.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But there were some bad ones too. Like I said, there was somewhere I didn't hit the right button. No audio. Sometimes no video. Sometimes the video is going, all whoopy doopy all over the place, and audio's cutting in and out. People are going, God, what did I, But that's part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, people. That's what I was talking about earlier. I guess now it would probably be yesterday morning. What time is it?
3:01.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Well, for all you insomniacs out there, I hope that you're enjoying this.
Yeah, me too.
Because we're having a great time. But we were talking about the aliens.
We were talking a little bit about aliens.
And the Raelians. Do you know anything about the Raelians?
No.
The reptile aliens?
Oh. I didn't know we were combining it.
Well, I didn't know anything about it.
Reptilians?
I didn't know anything about it either until I was in the shoe. And I used to listen to Art Bell on public radio at night.
Oh, yeah?
Did you ever listen to Art Bell?
No.
He was out there, and he'd talk about the aliens. He's laying there in the shoe, fucking, with your headphones on, listening to him talk about the aliens. Weird. Don't go to the shoe, people. You don't want to hear about the aliens. Art Bell's passed away too. Rest in peace, Art Bell. He was a good dude. He was out there,
Yeah.
But who's to say he was wrong? Who's to say anybody's wrong about anything?
Maybe he has a better idea of what's going on now that he's passed away. Maybe when we pass away, we get sucked back up onto the mothership.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. The funny thing is, though, is that I think in our next existence, that we don't know anything about that portion of it.
Right.
I think that's why we have connections with certain people. Like, you've had that happen, where you meet somebody and you just, like, right away, instantly, it's just like,
Yeah.
You got that connection, and you're like, it's kind of like, what was that movie with Slappy, where he was a drunk superhero?
Oh.
Hand Job?
Hancock.
Yeah, Hand Job.
Yeah, Hand Job.
Yeah. Remember when he sees, what's her face?
Mm-hmm.
And they know that something's up,
Yeah.
but they can't quite figure it out.
Well, he can't figure it out. She
knew.
She
that,
knows.
Because she's a female, and
They always know.
They always know. They always know. Anyhow.
That was an alright movie.
It was funny. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
But now that he's done Slapsgiving,
Oh, yeah.
I heard that he quit the Actors Guild, or the actor, whatever. What is the thing that the Academy? The Academy. What?
He quit even though they didn't do anything to him?
Well, why do they call it the Academy? Who the fuck? They going to class?
I don't know.
They living in dorms?
I don't know.
What's going on to make that? If you're an actor, you're in the Academy. I guess, is that why they call it the Academy Awards?
That's why.
What academy? The Actors Academy? You get to, here. Let's think about it. If you're an actor, right? Like, we emulate these people, right? Like, they're celebrities and they're so great, and they're fucking professional liars.
Right.
That's what they do.
I heard something about somebody earlier was talking about that.
They're liars.
Yeah.
That's all they are. They're not. Where are you going there? Oh, you got to get your little agua. I thought maybe you're just wandering off. Leave me to solo it. No, but seriously, I was thinking about that, a while back. It's like, we sit here and we put these people on this pedestal, because they can go out and fake. So they're really good liars.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that?
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a great quality. Now, we have to be entertained, right? No, we don't. I have not watched a movie in 4 years, probably going on 5 years. I'm fine. I'm entertained. I mean, I got Chris Gaines up here on the monitor. Don't you think that I'm not going to sit here and watch the Chris Gaines story?
Alter ego maniac. Alter ego
Alter
maniac.
ego. Jesus.
That's what the name of this song is, or whatever.
The Chris Gaines story. I think
Alter
that's the
ego
name.
maniac.
I think this is the behind the music. Look at that picture of the upper right. What do you do? He's got that little. I mean, I got the soul patch, but he's got that pointy soul patch and the bowl cut. He looks like the Dutch boy.
It's like if
Look
you
at the
took-
one where what's he holding down there on the bottom? What's going on here? What's he holding in his hand there? Is that an iron? I just got to see this. I don't care if what are we not going to play? Okay, we got to go over here. Let's just hear. I never even listened to any of this crap.
No one was willing to tell him no.
Oh, no one was willing to tell him no. Half Hick, half Anthony Kiedis. All Chris Gaines. Because he's all about the gains. What in the world happened here? This is a glitch I think the dude glitched out. What's this?
I want to hear one of his songs.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one with the goofiest name, like It Don't Matter to the Sun. So he's an emo, but yet he's still speaking. It don't matter. Grammatically incorrect. It don't matter. He did Saturday Night Live.
Did he do Saturday Night
It says
Live, or did Chris Gaines?
Chris Gaines SNL. Huh. There it is, Chris Gaines SNL performance. You want to watch that?
Yeah.
Greatest Hits full album, but there was only one album, right?
Yeah.
And it was made out to be. It was made out to be a Greatest Hits, but there were. It was just.
It was the only hit.
The only. Yeah, they just called it the Greatest Hits. It was his vision of creating some kind of a pseudo superstar. In which he took off his Wranglers, off his fat ass, and
put on some skinny jeans
grew a soul patch, and
or whatever.
I don't even know what the music sounds like. I have a feeling when I put it right now, is that the van is behind me? I want to play It Don't Matter to the Sun because I just got to know. Here we go. This is awesome. What is the fuck?
Garth decided to put country music down for a while and create a fictional rock star alter ego by the name of Chris Gaines. Amazingly, Garth wrote a screenplay, a detailed bio, 2 music videos, and a fake VH1 behind the music for Chris Gaines. But apparently didn't want to write any songs for the character. Other people like Gordon Kennedy and Wayne Kirkpatrick could do that. Garth did, however, decide to write in the liner notes about how he would have written the songs on his album had he been Chris Gaines. For example, for the song Unsigned Letter, Garth writes the following in first person as Chris Gaines about a woman who never existed who helped him through a tragedy that never happened. That is just one of 13 stories Garth concocted about how he would have written the songs had he been Chris Gaines. Even the most hardcore Garth Brooks country fans were baffled, but things were about to get even weirder. Garth started releasing biographic details about his alter ego on his NBC special, which in the words of Jon Stewart, we couldn't possibly care about because Chris Gaines doesn't exist. One thing is clear, at least part of the impetus to create the Chris Gaines character came from a script called The Lamb, which Garth had been writing and developing for several years with his production company Red Strokes Entertainment. Before you scoff at Garth Brooks becoming a major Hollywood actor, consider this. Garth was offered the leading role in the movie Twister and turned it down, and Steven Spielberg offered Garth the role of the sniper in Saving Private Ryan. But according to the CEO of Garth's production company, Lisa Sanderson, quote, Brooks refused to accept the role, indicating that he wanted to be the star and was unwilling to share the limelight with the ensemble cast. If the public knew that Garth was being offered legitimate roles in Hollywood, maybe his attempt to build buzz around his screenplay The Lamb and its leading character Chris Gaines would have seemed less like alter ego mania. Garth developed the screenplay with Jeb Stewart and a man named Kenny Babyface Edmonds, who produced 4 of the 13 songs on the Chris Gaines Greatest Hits album, while Don Was produced the other 9. Garth's label, Capitol Records, described the album as a, quote, pre-soundtrack, unquote, in July 31st, 1999. And in his NBC special, on September 23rd, 1999, Garth announced that he was going to, quote, play a fictitious rock legend in a movie by the name of Chris Gaines. It seemed the stage was set for a full-blown Chris Gaines major motion picture, but the script was still under development, and according to the head of Garth's production company, Lisa Sanderson, quote, "The Lamb did not go forward after Mr. Brooks released the soundtrack to negative reviews and under the title character's name, Chris Gaines, before the film was produced," unquote. The lack of the film left us with so many questions, like, why were Garth's fantasy parents Australian Olympic swimmers? And why did he dress like a French mime? And how did Chris feel when he lost his dad in the winter of 1990?
Why does he look like a member of the Lost Boys that has burgers?
Why is there a picture of his dad?
Look at the chin on that guy. That chin
Looks like Jay Leno.
I was going to just say that. I was going to say that chin gives Jay Leno some serious run for the money. I mean, that's a jib right there. Look at that thing. I mean, that's like a ski slope. That's like a long, one of those, whatever, the big ass winter ski jumps,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could run a Lego guy off that and catch some air. Look at that thing. What's in that? Wood? A wooden chin?
Looks like it's carved out of wood, yeah.
That is a chin. I mean, that dude could fit a whole can of Copenhagen in there.
It looks like he had, like, the can and everything.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 of them. And a muffler. And maybe a bag of golf clubs. And his sweater vest. What the hell is this? Is some weird shit, man.
We have some insight into the latter from Lisa Sanderson's sworn testimony about a pitch meeting she had with Garth and a Fox 2000 executive concerning The Lamb. Quote, Brooks presented the music he had in mind and stated that the music was especially important to him because the music expressed many of the same feelings that Brooks felt when his father died, and then he began weeping openly. Sanderson was thunderstruck since she knew Brooks's father was alive and well in Oklahoma. While the pitch meetings were happening, Garth was bringing the character of Chris to life. He shot album covers spanning Chris's fictional career from 1986 to 1999, along with 2 music videos. Garth Brooks played a 32-year-old Chris Gaines in the music video Right Now, but he decided he needed a younger actor to play Chris Gaines in the fictitious 1986 single My Love Tells Me So. And in his unchecked egomania, Garth cast the actor who played a young Brad Pitt in 7 Years in Tibet to play a young Chris Gaines. The project culminated with the perplexing and entirely fictional Chris Gaines VH1 Behind the Music, and somehow Garth and his people convinced VH1 and celebrities like Billy Joel and Don Was to participate. Garth dressed as Chris Gaines amidst a backdrop of candles and talked about how his sex addiction almost killed him, how he brought a chainsaw on tour, and how he never got to say goodbye to his beloved bandmate Tommy Levitz, who died in a plane crash. All the while, the VH1 music is playing, and the announcer is narrating exactly like every other VH1 Behind the Music you've ever seen, and it aired on television with no explanation, as if it were a regular VH1 Behind the Music. Garth steals beats from other artists behind the music. The proverbial rock star plane crash? Check. The crazy touring antics? Check. The car crash? Check. He even stole part of Tom Petty's Behind the Music where his house burns down. That's right, Chris Gaines' fictitious house burns down. The only thing that Garth made up whole cloth was how incredibly successful every single one of Chris Gaines' albums was. One Chris Gaines album was apparently on the Billboard Top 200 charts for 224 straight weeks. That's a bit over 4 years. It's like if I wrote a fictional alter ego where I was a baseball player with dreadlocks, and I stated that in every game I hit a grand slam, except for that one season where my mom died in a water skiing accident, and my name was Rex Chase. So what can we learn from the Garth Brooks failed alter ego? The moral of the Chris Gaines story is, if you don't write your own music, if you just have a talent for singing and performing, and other people have written and produced your music for you, at some point, you might attempt to get creative with the one thing you have control over, your image. And in an effort to be creative and reinvent yourself, you might try on an alter ego. But unlike Johnny Cash or Loretta Lynn, Garth Brooks was playing the character of a country star. He didn't really have friends in low places. The guy that wrote that song did. Garth Brooks is a glorified karaoke singer who's great at working a crowd, and if you look at it that way, it's actually not that weird that Garth would try his hat at being a rock star, only comfortable with writing a bio and designing a stage persona. But in doing so, Garth Brooks inadvertently tipped his hand and showed his fans that he was just an actor, playing at rock the same way he played at country. Remember, an album has two sides. Always turn it over and see who's writing the music. I'm Will Loomis, but you can call me Rex Chase. Thanks for listening.
Play it backwards so you can talk to the devil. Oh. No, we can't do that.
Are we going to listen to one of his songs?
Well, I was trying to. We're going to try it. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find one.
In 1999, Garth Brooks was the top.
God damn it.
That was like a behind the music, but where they just bash on the guy.
This is just such a weird deal. I mean, it really doesn't matter at all. What do you think is the song? I mean, go songs? How about that? How about that? Catch Me Outside. How about that? Right now, you want to listen to right now? It's 3 minutes. Look, the first one's 3 minutes and 33 seconds. We got to play that.
Yeah, but is that just a picture, or is it a video?
I am not sure, and I can't tell.
Hey, look at this. Somebody just uploaded that Chris Gaines Lost in You 4K ultra high definition one right there 4 months ago.
Wow. There's 1 month ago. Oh, that's just a story.
Joe Rogan did this.
Well, that's him and Chris Stapleton. I don't know. I do. I want to make. Oh, God. No. Okay, this has got tracks right here. How about this? Huh?
Okay.
We'll try this. Is this Gloria Estefan? Look at all that makeup. That can't even be the same dude.
Doesn't even look like Garth Brooks.
Maybe it's the movies, maybe it's the books, maybe it's the government and all the other crooks. Maybe it's the drugs, maybe it's parents, maybe it's the gangs with the colors that we're wearing. Maybe it's the high schools, maybe it's the teachers, tattoos, paint bombs underneath the bleachers. Maybe it's the music, maybe it's the crack, maybe it's the Bible, or could it be the lack?
Come on, people now, smile on me, brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now.
What did he just do?
Okay, maybe it's the papers, maybe it's the family, maybe it's the internet, radio, TV, maybe it's the president, maybe it's the last one, maybe it's the one before that. Maybe it's the athletes, maybe it's the ads, maybe it's the sports fans, agents, fads, maybe it's the homeless, aliens, immigrants, maybe it's life. Don't tell me that it's imminent.
Come on, people now.
What is it? What, I mean, what?
That's like whenever you talk to anybody from Wyoming, they tell you how they remember when it snowed on the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
I
Love was burning like the summer. We were lost in one another, holding on, holding on. We could not escape the heat. Love was dangerous but sweet, and it was wrong.
I just want this to go off my feed forever. See, this is going to come back and haunt me. I'm going to have to delete all this shit. Because next thing I know, I'm going to be watching something and all this crap's going to come up. And I'm going to, it's good God. God and baby Jesus help us all. Whatever that was that we just watched, I apologize. And if that doesn't prove that we are aliens, then I don't know what does.
Who knows?
I mean,
How come we came coming back to that topic?
I rest my case.
It's horrible.
It was one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, watching the behind the scenes video thing was okay. The music was horrible.
Well, I don't even know what that was.
And who sings that song? Everybody come together.
Was it the fucking Beatles?
Was it the Beatles?
I don't know. I hate the Beatles.
I know.
Sorry. Not sorry. I hate the Beatles. I hate Creedence Clearwater. And I hate fucking Rush. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't see what the big deal is with the. I never have understood the Beatles. And Creedence Clearwater. How you going to be from Northern California? You're going to sit there and sing a bunch of fucking shit about the bayou that you know nothing about. Born on the bayou. You're from fucking Redwood Forest, dude. You know, bayou. It'd be like me singing about being from fucking New York City.
The Youngbloods.
Oh, the Youngbloods.
That sounds like
that was a really highlight. That was a highlighted time of music. Things were at apex until Chris Gaines came around. Then he showed him what was up. I don't know if I can stand watching another video like that. Sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes it's too much. Dr. Fauci. Toaster beating. Try and love one another right now.
it's a cool name for a band.
What?
The Youngbloods.
Oh. I thought you were saying maybe Ukraine under attack.
I mean, that probably would be a cool name for a band in like 20 years.
Well, you could put in any name you want.
Sure.
Whoa, that's a big one. Thing. Ooh, look at that. That's
Is
nice.
that a man or a woman?
It's Chris Gaines.
He's got the same hair.
He gained a lot of weight.
Chris gains some weight and then gets put in the back of a...
Chris Gaines, Dairy Queen.
Do you think he has a sense of humor about that now?
I doubt it.
Don't think so.
I think he's got an ego. I think he probably tries to justify it, play it off like how cool it was that he did that, you know?
How cutting edge it was or something.
Yeah, it was just really... What is this?
The A-Team.
The A-Team. I didn't do that. Who in the world? That thing moved. I wanted to play that. I wanted to see what that was. America's Dumbest Criminals.
All right.
Sounds like they're flushing toilets. Sounds like it.
These two
The
geniuses.
reason we're here is we got a little bit of a report. There's a lot of traffic
No traffic here at all.
as far as the phone. A lot of calls. You
My
guys,
daughter.
daughter.
My daughter and her and his boss, and that's it.
So you're not using drugs anymore.
No, sir. I've been clean.
Can we come in and talk to you about all this good stuff?
Yeah, you can come in and talk
Sure.
to me.
No drugs anywhere around here. We can take a quick peek for any speed, needles, pipes, anything like that.
Well, I just got here from work.
We just got
okay.
in from work, and I was, like I said, I was laying down because I've had a migraine for the last 3 days.
Would you guys mind having a seat over here on this bed for just 1 second?
Cause anybody any problems or nothing else, you know.
These people are dumb.
They told me when.
Prostitute?
Oh, what
she's
the
a toot.
hell?
Whoa, yeah.
Hey, you're
What the hell is
Just comes
this?
out of nowhere.
Sir, can I say one thing?
You go. You can say anything you
say
want.
one thing. No, don't say a thing.
Just moved into this room. There's
These aren't
things
ours.
all over
Obviously,
it.
they didn't clean in here
So
at
don't.
all.
Okay, well then-
not lying. I swear to God, you guys, I'm not lying.
You have a known drug dealer's name in here.
Who?
That phone was given to her by my boss. That phone was given to her.
that
Because
right?
we were
And the
homeless.
story just goes on and on and on. Whose would it be?
Whoever was in the same person that left these, I would
Okay, here's
imagine.
a situation right here.
These are
Don't
gay
think
men.
that-
Here's a situation right here where, what are they doing? What harm are these people doing? I mean, what are they doing?
Getting high and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, look at the hotel there. I mean, these people are obviously not doing that well.
Yeah.
They're not having the greatest time. That guy, he's. I mean, his fucking verbal skills are. I mean, remedial at best. And then, I mean, what are they doing? I mean, they got 3 cops in there.
Don't.
You know, I mean, it's like, why did they show up there anyway? I mean,
Because they've had a lot of phone traffic.
oh, you can't use a phone when you're in a hotel.
I don't know.
So that gives the cops probable cause to come in and search your hotel room. But she was stupid and let him in.
Why are they going through their phone?
They were, like they do all. They're trying to get any information they can.
Do they not need
They probably had a number. They could have had them set up. Who knows? They might have been looking for a certain number. I don't know. You never know.
Well,
but it doesn't seem like these are the most intelligent people that you're going to try and, run game on anyway. Come on. This is low-hanging fruit.
Well, it is called America's Dumbest Criminals compilation.
I understand that too, but this is low-hanging fruit. Did you hear that guy talk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely was.
Yeah, he's got marbles in his mouth. Let's see what happens.
Magazines, sir. These are not ours. I swear to
What's in
God.
there?
It's not yours. We've heard that a million times
I'm
already.
sure that
we
you
don't
have.
believe you.
I know. Everybody's innocent.
Okay?
I know this.
Right.
Everybody's in it?
No, you're lying to us.
No,
You're not being right.
No, I'm not. I'm not
You're
lying.
innocent, I guess. You're going away.
He asked, is it okay I'm
big dildo or a
28?
piece of
And she
junk?
says, yeah, is it okay I'm 13? And he says, I'm fine with it. She's in place over there sitting on the bench. We have our arrest team parked
the setup?
nearby. Blue jeans, white shirt, Asian male.
Looks like it's spooked him right now. He's walking back, or he's just sitting around looking.
What's going on?
What is it?
What are you here for, sir?
Huh?
What are you here for?
I'm just driving around.
Okay, for what?
Nothing.
Okay. He's got the map showing directions to here. Good.
You recognize this fellow here?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Looks like me.
It is you.
Is that a dude?
Okay, why don't you go and step out of the car?
That's definitely him.
Is that a dude?
He gets out of the car real quick and starts walking towards you. Probably got within, I'm saying, at least 15 feet of you. Then he's doing this, like looking around. And all of a sudden, I don't know if he's realized you weren't the person or whatever. Then he started walking back. Then he's doing the old felony stretch, doing this stuff, looking around. He admits that he was probably going to have sex with her.
All right, so you brought those condoms and the
Oh,
possibility
he's
that you might.
solicitation of a prostitute.
We just received a call of a
Solicitation of a two.
possible burglary in progress.
Did he go into his apartment or he went back
They
to
should have
this
just let
apartment?
him do
Last
his
word
thing.
we has is he went in his own apartment.
Went back into his own apartment.
All right.
I don't know.
Occupant 113, Rialto PD, come out.
Now. Just you wait.
Let's go.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to break the window. I was just trying to open it so I could get a Play-Doh.
Uh-oh. Could you get some Play-Doh?
This is the window that the witness saw him breaking into.
Before this guy moved out, his kids would borrow some of our kids' toys, and I helped him move out.
Okay, but why not go to the manager and ask the manager, say, hey, can you come over here, open this so I can see if my kids' Play-Doh's in there and stuff like that?
I didn't think about that.
If you could have just opened the door, just let us in, we could have dealt with this man to man. We didn't have to go through all this stuff. Don't you think that was unnecessary?
Yes, but I didn't realize that.
Your hands up on top of your head, turn around. Turn around!
Do you have probable
There he is.
Yes, I do. Walk back to the sound of my voice.
Don't move. I've done absolutely nothing wrong.
He's got some skimmers, or scanners.
Skimmers.
He's got other people's
Some
IDs in here.
skimmers.
Yeah.
Got some skimmers, some skippers.
So, that's what, the credit card skimmer things. He's got all these cell phones.
Where did you get those?
I found them.
Found them.
Do we have blue jeans or anything further on them?
I found them at the gym.
Why'd you keep them?
Because I was going to give them back. Honestly, at some point I was going to give them back. I don't know why I was holding on to them. I was going to give them back at some point.
You know that some of them have been gone for over 2 years? When were you going to get around to getting them back to them?
I haven't had them for over 2 years.
How long have you had them?
Maybe 3-4 months.
You know that some of the people that those cards that you have actually filed police reports because someone's obtained their personal information through those cards and opened bank accounts?
A call of a man who's on a bicycle yelling at traffic. He appears to be under the influence, and we have a lieutenant on scene. Apparently, he's just gone inside a video store. What are you on, Angel?
Hi, I'm live.
What is that right there?
Close your eyes. What is that right there?
Yeah.
Methamphetamine pipe?
A methamphetamine pipe. Okay.
How come you knocked over the display?
I drank one Pacifico and I started stumbling, man.
How old are you right now, Angel?
18.
18, huh? What are you doing with alcohol?
Drinking it.
He parked illegally, at least.
That's right. That's good. I'm telling you, I obey the law.
You obey the law, huh?
I try my best.
The clerk told me, oh yeah, I remember him. He came in and applied for a job 2 days ago. He comes in to check the status of his application, tells the guy, you know what, don't even call me.
Is it pretty typical that you go in to find a job while you're under the influence and intoxicated?
Typical?
Yeah.
Not really, sir. All I do is just try to work and work and work.
Angel, I don't think these people are going to hire you.
Blaine's house, I can find his truck. We've got active warrants on Billy for felony battery, domestic violence. The truck he left on the other day is back at the residence. We're just gonna hang out until the other unit gets here so we can cover the front and the back and see if we can get some contact at the door.
All the time masturbating on in the middle of it.
I'm sorry?
I was masturbating is what I was doing.
Okay.
I'm kind of a little pissed off, but...
Well, I can't unhear that. I just want to know where Billy's at.
Huh?
I just want to know where Billy's at.
I don't know where Billy had...
Okay.
I haven't seen him.
Okay. Apparently, from what she said, she was watching a porno and masturbating when we got there. Apparently, we interrupted her.
We're going up. We're going to dead end here in a sec. She's going off-road here. I think we're going to bail here. You're going to scare your dog. Knock it off. See, now you got the other dog all riled up.
Got the other dog off. Let's go.
All right.
We're going.
We're going in that flashy car there.
I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Well, don't vomit, because that's not my car. Go ahead.
I'm at the location. Nice right there. It's a 77-year-old male, apparently. He's upstairs in his apartment.
All right. I surrender.
You ain't got no choice.
Just what are you looking for?
Just making sure you don't have any other weapons on you, sir.
What kind of weapon am I supposed to have?
I don't know, sir.
Well, did you find any weapons?
No, sir, I sure didn't.
Well, better luck next time.
We found one outside, though.
Huh?
We found one outside.
What kind of weapon outside? I don't know how it got there. Don't ask me.
Okay, why'd you go there with a knife?
To defend myself.
Well, you can't do that, Jim. Okay?
Oh, goody two-shoes for you.
Okay. All right, Jim. We need you to stand up, okay?
How can I stand up?
We'll help you.
We're going to help you, Jim. What do I look like, a helicopter, somebody that can hover in midair?
Have you used any narcotics tonight?
Yeah.
What'd you use?
LSD, PCP, heroin, cocaine. What else you want to know?
Do you use narcotics?
What is a narcotic?
Dope.
Yeah.
What kind do you use? What kind do you use, Michael?
Cocaine.
Cocaine?
24 driver just bailed on me.
Copy, ranking on.
I don't know. He's around here someplace. He just hit the fence.
Ventura and compound test.
You yourself take out a poop?
Yeah, what's this?
Bald guy. That's him.
I thought I'd check this at this spot.
Ran it right out of him.
Yep.
I wasn't running from nobody. I'm on my way home.
Where do you live at?
I'm homeless.
Like the plate came back not valid for highway use, which basically means the truck is unregistered. I noticed he was moving around a lot in there, which we call furtive motion. What are you doing over there?
Nah, cruising.
You're cruising?
Yes.
How much you had to drink? How many? ¿Cuántos cervezas?
But only 1, 2.
Only 1, 2? He's got a strong odor of alcohol in his breath, so I'll have him do a portable breath test to see where he's at. All right.
Yes.
It's no bueno. When I walked up, it looked like he was hiding something. It's possible he was just trying to grab his pants the way he's dressed. I mean, it's a little chilly to be wearing Daisy Dukes. He's got some kind of like lube or something on that cloth. So I think when we saw him at the stop sign, if I'm a betting man, I am sure he's probably masturbating, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Do you have your registration and insurance with you?
Registration's here. I don't have insurance.
Would you be willing to come back to my vehicle so I get some information from you since you don't have a license with you? Hey, Catherine! Guess there's no stopping her now.
Yeah, she got pee.
capturing and showing us full extradition warrant out of Colorado for parole violation and dangerous drugs.
That's disgusting. What's up with that? Can you believe an adult woman would even do that? We'll talk to her about it. So what were you thinking when you used the bathroom right in front of the vehicle?
I had to. I tell you, I've been sick.
Why didn't you go off the side of the road?
Couldn't hold it anymore. I had to go.
He doesn't have a valid license. She has a warrant. So at this point, I'm just gonna impound the vehicle. We're gonna take this female into custody and transport her to the Emery County Jail, clear up her warrants. So, you know, an interesting stop. Sometimes they can't control themselves, and I think it's just fear-induced.
What the? Oh. I would say that's a violation of some kind.
I was thinking about buying it.
I don't think you ought to buy it, man. It's a piece of junk.
Is it smoking too bad?
Yeah, I couldn't even see. I couldn't even breathe.
Really?
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die.
My bad, sir.
Okay. All right. You been drinking a little bit tonight?
Yeah, I had
Be honest with me, man.
I had one beer, man. Hell.
Because I can smell you from here.
Okay, I'll probably sober as one. Hell,
all right. You all right, bud?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yeah, just a little bit.
What happened there? You're just a little bit intoxicated?
Yeah, just.
Did you piss on yourself?
Yes, sir. I
Man.
can't step out of the car and do it because y'all are.
Well, yeah. Well, the other guy took a piss right as I was pulling him out of the... It was still steaming on his pants. I said, dude, did you just piss on... Yeah, I pissed on myself. You told me to get out of the car. Another fine automobile for you. Ended up blowing a .128 and a .133. Well over the .08 legal limit.
From West Virginia?
West by God, Virginia to you, sir. You fuck with that.
No, thanks.
Yeah, you already did.
I did?
You already did.
Oh, I done messed up, didn't I?
I swing for my tits. Just for something nothing better than you.
Okay.
And you, by God, remember that.
All right.
Because we remember that.
It's up here.
I didn't hit it.
All right.
If I did, he deserved it.
If you did, he deserved it.
Believe me, if I wanted to, these cuffs wouldn't stop me from taking everyone out of here with a jiu-jitsu flip trick.
What's that?
Don't you worry about it. I ain't gonna play that.
Why are you arresting me?
Driving while under the influence of alcohol.
I'm not under the influence of. I've been drinking water. How can you tell me that I have been drinking alcohol when I've been drinking water?
Why do you smell like alcohol?
Got it going.
Come on, get out of the car! Give me your hand! Give me your other hand!
2101, all units.
Why are you sitting here in the car, passed out with a gun in your hand?
The gun is mine.
Okay.
I'm not trying to bother nobody.
Our driver didn't have a seatbelt. You can see him fidgeting around the front seat. So you're telling me that's not your balls? Listen to me. I've searched thousands of people. There's a big difference in what you can feel as a foreign object and manhood, okay?
I'm embarrassed to say it, but it's a pad that holds that I'm leaking. I leaked. It's a pad down there.
It's a pad because you're leakage, right?
Oh,
so you're
Lord,
telling me that's not yours?
I had to try it, man. That's
In
the
this
only thing I
business,
think of.
you hear a lot of things. I've never heard that one. I tell you almost had me fooled.
I did.
Yeah. I mean, you were pretty adamant that it wasn't any drugs. It was a man pond because you leaked.
Yeah, I was trying something, man.
138.16. Why do you have a condom in your door pocket?
Sex last night.
Well, did you have sex in the car?
Yeah.
And you just put it in your door pocket?
I forgot about it.
I can't unhear that.
Just do me a favor. During this traffic stop, don't touch the condom because I got to hand stuff back and forth, so I really don't want your manly fluid on me, all right? He's all kinds of condoms in the center console. They're not used, but it's like a stash. Man, you a player, man. You got condoms everywhere, buddy. You the ladies, man.
It feels good, yeah.
Sex.
Yeah, it's sex.
What's happening? I was just talking to him, that's all.
Well, there was a whole lot more than talking going on.
He just got a little angry because I said if the other guy was here, Charlie, the guy that I've known for 20 years,
He would give me a break on the price because it is my birthday.
Now, is all this worth going to prison over?
No, sir.
Because more than likely you're going to go back. You're going to be violated. Happy birthday.
This officer right here,
Yes, sir.
well, I asked her for her identification. She provided me initially with a bank slip.
So, like, how long have you been a police officer or whatever?
About 3 years.
Nice. I worked at Boston Market for 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, no, like rotisserie chicken.
I'm sure those were comparable experiences. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Don't swallow it.
A baggie.
No, it's not just a baggie. It's got powder in it. Look at that. You think you just bought a baggie? It's got powder in it.
I didn't buy that.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't?
No.
Just jumped in your mouth and you're driving down the street?
Yeah. I wasn't doing nothing wrong.
What do you mean you weren't doing anything wrong? You had cocaine in your mouth.
It was given to me. I wasn't just gonna throw it out on the street.
Why?
Chew it up. Cause there's kids around, man.
Oh, okay, so...
You know what I mean?
Okay. At least you're concerned about the kids.
You know, I started this thing at 5 o'clock yesterday morning, so
yeah,
it's been nearly 24 hours. I'm going to bed or something like that. Something like that. It's a story about a bear and a bunny. Remember that from Family Guy when they had Randy Newman on?
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I just can't sit here and watch any more of this shit. I don't even know why we're watching this.
I don't either.
If anybody's watching this, I feel sorry for you, and I apologize profusely because we really got off the rails. All because we wanted to see if some fat dude was a chick or a dude or a chick. And it turned out to be God knows what.
I don't even know.
I don't know. It was a child of the corn. Wandering around. Oh, look, Biden. I can't play any more of any of that. I'm just trying to find a song to play or something. And I don't know. So we'll just play one off the thing. You know about the thing?
The thing.
All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little sideways. But, you know. Everybody's got to take a nap sometime. What in the hell? God and baby Jesus help us all. What in no, for fuck's sake. All right, well, you know what? Oh, we got shit up in the red. We got 7.8% skipped frames due to encoding lag. That's not good.
No.
We don't want that. That has not happened. Sorry, folks. This seems to be a classic dunderfuck. All right, anyway. Be good. Be good at it. All things be kind and do no harm. For me, your host, Phil McGoodies, and Tyler Tracey.
Good night.
Good night. Good luck.
Good night and good luck.
Do.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan, it's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy, there's always someone listening. They're rigging the elections, planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied, it's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we Y'all missing what was written in them pages.